This is Dr. Hale Pringle, and I'm doing a short demo on WordSwag, which is an app for your phone, which allows you to create text images in all kinds of formats. And I wanted to show you, before I actually went into WordSwag itself, an example of why this thing can be useful. I'm in Amazon, and they're going to show me the top sellers first, if I ignore the sponsored ads. I have done funny mugs for women. Even the sponsored ads are text, 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 text. Here's one that's not totally text. Here's one that has a little image on it. Okay, we're down into some things that are not straight text. But the point is, you can see a lot of these are just straight text. Therefore, if you can find funny quotes, and you can actually use some of these, maybe modify them a little bit, but if you use your own version, and so it's a different font and words are different sizes and shapes, you're perfectly legal. So I just wanted to show you that this is just having text is plenty good enough for many, many, many designs. Now, today I'm also going to show you uploading something that I've created, an app WordSwag runs on an Android or an iPhone that creates PNG files, text-based files, that are very useful for creating print-on-demand products. It's something that you can do on your phone, regardless of where you are, and you'll end up with a file that you can upload to a print-on-demand company and create a product. So I'm using a PC emulator, so things will look a tiny bit different, but it's 99.9% the same. So let's take a shot. This is what the icon looks like, and I'm going to click on it. Okay, WordSwag has started, and down at the bottom we see two different icons. One is a camera. We're going to click on the other one, the one on the right. It's going to come up, and I can search Pixabay or other places for images, background images, but for print on demand, most of the time, that's not what I want. All I want is a transparent background. Alright, so if I click on the transparent background, it's going to tell us that there will be a transparent background, and it'll come up with this screen that says double tap me to change the text. So I'm going to click on that, and what we want is custom up there, and there's the text that it started with, but I'm going to replace that with my own text, and in this case I'm going to put example text for print on demand A to Z. Now, normally what you would have here is some type of saying, like I love dogs, or I'm the boss until my wife comes home, or whatever saying that you found, and you don't want to be just something you think is funny. You want to go out and find something that is already selling. So I'm going to click on the save and close, and there is our text. It's too big, so on my phone I would use my two fingers and squeeze them together to make it a little smaller. I have a touchscreen laptop, and that's what I have done, but you can't see that. Now, down at the bottom we have what they call styles. They also have some numbers, 1, 2, 3. What most of us end up doing, there's a pair of dice over here in the lower right hand corner, and every time we click on it we get a different version using the same font and the same kind of, this one is a white box with text in it. If I go to the next style, we can see we've got fancy print, and again I'm going to use my fingers and expand it, and if I hit the dice I'll get different versions. This one has some arrows around some of the text. If I just keep clicking, I'll get various versions. And so 4 and on are small words. We really don't want that version. Example, text for print on this, the A to Z is, that ought to be on one line for me to be happy. So I'll keep rolling the dice. And I can do this for quite a while, and they'll give me option after option after option. And the print on demand is not the same, but let's go ahead and consider we've done enough of that. Let me go to the next, and maybe the next one. Roll the dice. So this is a fancy font. Typically I would avoid these. They're a little bit hard to read. When you put them on a shirt, whatever, that actually might go fairly well on a mug. But I'm going to continue to roll the dice. That one's not too bad, and I could actually use that if I wanted to. And I can, again, on the phone, use my finger and drag it down a little bit. But it's not the world's best, so let's try another example. Obviously that one is way too big, so I'll squeeze my fingers together and make it fit in the text that we can see. And I kind of like the style, but it doesn't make any sense to print an on-demand be. That one's not too bad, particularly if I had the print and the demand the same size. Let's just use that for right now as one example. So I'm going to click the save, and once I do, it will actually save it to my phone in the photo gallery. It'll tell me it was successfully saved. The file has been saved, the image has been saved, so I can email it to myself, or a number of different ways that you can share it. But what I want to do at this point is go back with the back arrow, back again, and right in here there's a little button that says color. What I'm going to do is change the color to black. So I had white ones, which will go nicely on a black mug or in a dark t-shirt. Now I have black, and I can save this one. So this would go on a nice white mug on a white t-shirt. And I could then hit the share, assuming I had Dropbox. And we'll go, just to show you that there are a bunch more styles. Okay. Obviously, having the A to Z being totally different isn't a nice. So we'll hit the, and let's see what that looks like when I shrink it. And again, the A to Z is totally different. And that one's not bad. Again, I could use that. I could save that and save it in black text, and then I would come back, change the text to white, and save that. And actually, some places like printech.us have a lot of etched glass, and they like gray, so I could change the text to gray and save that, and have 3 different images then, which could be used on dark products, light products, and glass products. Let me show you just a little bit more so you can see some of the other options. And I've never particularly been a fan of that one. This one has flowers behind it. Let's change the color on that to black so I can see it. That's another shadowed text. But I'm going to keep going to show you some other kinds of. So here's underlined text, and we'll hit the not too bad, but not good enough for me to keep. Here's a fancier font. Kind of interesting. I might like that. I want to show you just a couple more. Here's one that I wanted to show. This one's got a circle around it, and so this would go kind of nicely on a white mug. Alright, so there's about the right size, and let's try rolling the dice, or I can hit the numbers. Well, I typically just roll the dice. That's not too bad. Let's go change it to it looks like we're already black, so I've changed it to white, so the text automatically changes so that you can see it. And again, I can save this, I can share it, and so I have PNG files that I can upload to companies like Gearbubble or Teespring or Printful or PrintTech, Cafe Press, Sunfrog, and have a product. I think I will stop the video right now and show you uploading one of these. I might actually go ahead and save this one and come back and save the other version, the black version, and we'll take a look at those on a mug. Alright, so that's enough for right now.